Now, where more details have been released around the funeral of AmaZulu King Goodwill Zwelithini. The service will take place on Thursday in Nongoma. But let's get an update now from Siphamandla Goge. He is there for us. Siphamandla, a very good morning to you. And what can you tell us in terms of preparations for laying the king to rest?
Those preparations are well underway. Mourners continue to trickle into Gwakecho Mthandayo Royal Palace. My colleague Joe Komane will show you what is happening on my left here. Mourners continue to come here. What you see there is a delegation which includes leaders of the ATM. I think that's VUYO there, and I also see the leader of AMCO. Sorry, the car has blocked us a bit. You'll have to excuse us about that. There are too many cars coming in and out of the Royal Palace. You see there Joseph Matunjwa of AMCO. Leaders of political parties are continuing to flock here. We expect that a delegation from the EFF will also be here. I've spotted their Secretary General Marshal Dlamini. We understand that ANC Secretary General Ace Magashule will also be coming here. There are other leaders of other political parties that have been coming here for the past few days as well. We understand that the monarch, the departed monarch, will be planted on a Thursday. But right now we are joined by Prince Tulani Zulu, who is the spokesperson of the Royal House. Mtwana, thank you very much for your time. Talk to us about what is happening today, but also what will happen moving forward. We understand that isilo sizolandwa kusasa. What will happen moving forward?
Okay, as you have said, the body of the king will come to the palace tomorrow, and we'll do all the preparations for the funeral. I can't talk about the funeral because I'm hearing people talking about details of the funeral. You know, when you come to our custom, we never talk about things of secrecy because other things are private. We can't talk about that. But all I can say is that this day is the last day before we fetch the body of His Majesty from the mortuary. He will come here. Before he gets inside, we know there are some rituals that should be performed. Maybe the cleansing. After that, the body will just move inside. So we will do all the rituals that are supposed to be done, which according to our tradition, we can't disclose.
Let's talk about Thursday. We understand that that funeral service, of course, has been downgraded into a memorial service because we understand the monarch would have been planted on Thursday when that funeral service or memorial service is underway. Who is coming? Is the president coming?
Yes, Goge, I don't like this term of downgrading because it's just a funeral of His Majesty. The president will be coming to address. Of course, we may never know the protocol of the funeral that is handled by the national government, but I think we will look into finding balance, forging the balance between the two, the tradition and the protocol of the government. Will have to reach the place where all of us will be satisfied and say we have paid our respect to His Majesty the King.
Okay. They are calling you, Mtwana. You can take that call. We understand, or you can pause it for now. We understand too many delegations are coming. They are getting in contact with you because you are the contact person. But let's talk about the role of Amabutho. Amabutho silo lawa ingonyama yawo le ekhotheme. What will be the role of Amabutho? Because they are the ones who are going to plant isilo.
In fact, we usually say Amabutho ayingubo yesilo. Wherever the king is, you will see with Amabutho. So this day is not an exception. Even right from the mortuary where the body will be taken, Amabutho will be there to form a procession, and then until the body comes into Waketa. So
let me help you with that.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
okay. It's very important. It's very important that Amabutho form part of.
It's okay, Ndaba. We do understand you are very busy. We'll ask our colleagues to help us with your cell phones. Okay. Let's start afresh the role of Amabutho. Okay.
Yes, I'm saying Amabutho ayingubo yesilo. Wherever the king is, Amabutho will be there. That is why even some of you saw when we were in Durban, Amabutho were there, and then even here, Amabutho will be carrying the king right up to the palace because they have the important role. In fact, when we come to the funeral, although I say it's secret, but Amabutho form part of the the funeral of His Majesty. Everything is performed by AmaButu.
It's been an emotional time for you as a family, and I've been saying this, that I've seen that you haven't had enough time to mourn the departure of the monarch. As a family, day by day, how are you feeling? How are you processing this news of his departure?
We are devastated. It's an absolute shock. But as time moves on, we can't let it go. The people from all corners of the world are coming to console us, to tell us that there is still light after this. Because when the king passed away, we say the sun has set. But we know that sometimes the sun will rise again and everything. So we thank everybody from all corners of the world, people who are sending message of condolences, and they are really healing us. We are becoming better day by day.
Let's talk about who's coming today. Talk to us. Your phone is ringing non-stop. People asking for directions and locations. Who is coming today?
Of course, we are waiting for the king of Abakwena from Free State. We are waiting for the king from the Malawi, King Mbelwa. Also the political leaders. We are waiting the president of EFF, Julius Malema. There is also Ubaba Makashule, the Secretary General of the ANC. All of these people are coming. Here we have the ATM president with his team. They are also here. In fact, all the political parties are coming to pay their respect to His Majesty.
You are a very busy man, Mtwana.
Thank you very much.
That is Prince Thulani Zulu, who is the spokesperson of the Zulu Royal House. Let me see here if we can get the leader of the ATM. He has joined us now. You'll have to pardon me for that, because as we try here, too many people are coming. Nomzana VUYO ZUNGULA, thank you very much for your time. As the ATM, you are also here as a delegation. The king has worked with so many political leaders and political parties. Your message, please.
We need to learn from the king in uniting political parties for the benefit of the people. It does not help the nation when political parties fight, because fighting amongst political parties does not bring any solutions to the problems that we face. Therefore, our message as the ATM, if there's one legacy that we need to uphold from the king, is a message of unity, message of working together so that we improve the lives of the people.
How is that other matter of vote of no confidence, motion of no confidence going?
We'll deal with the matter when we are done with this one. For now, the most important thing is for us to pay our respect and give honor to the life of the king. The other matters, we'll see them later on.
Thank you very much for your time.
That
is the leader of the ATM together with his delegation here. Let me see if I can get to Babu Mathunjwa. Babu Mathunjwa, let me see if I can walk to Mr. Mathunjwa of AMCO. It's okay, Skara, I will try and disturb. Ngiyaxolisa ukuniphazamisa abantu abadala nisakhuluma, but I have to do this. Babu Mathunjwa of AMCO, thank you very much for your time. Ibaba siyaphila. Ingonyama ihambile lishonile ilanga kwaZulu as AMCO. If we can get your message of condolences, but also the king was very passionate about worker issues, particularly those who work in the mines. How would you remember him?
Singasho ukuthi ilanga impela lisishonele sigqenywe ingozi engegqiwantwala. Size lana ngoba singabantwana besilo. Sithi ngathi umphefumulo wakho ungalala ngokuthula. Imisebenzi yakho ngokwezi lesambulo lithi loba imisebenzi yabo yakubalandela. Isilo sibe yiphila sesizwe iAfrica, iSouth Africa ngokubanzi. That was a voice of reason. It was a reservoir of wisdom. Siqhemekile ilona belithi malikhuluma emzansi kuthule kuzwakale. Uma lingakakhulumi bengathi akwenzekanga lutho eSouth Africa. So ngaloko ke siyasho ukuthi nathi sizobhongela emswaneni. Sisibonile isilo sishikashikeka ngokwakha isizwe. Kungethina AmaZulu kuphela kodwa kuyizizwe zonke epreacha ubumbano, ekhalela indlela abasebenzi baphathwa ngayo emsebenzini, baxhashazwa abantwana bakhe bangakhokhelwa ngokufaneleyo. Ingakho nathi nisibona siza lana. Kungekona ke kwaZulu kuphela, sesibuya nakwaXhosa makukhothame inkosi yakhona sasikhona.
One of the things, he was concerned about tensions in the mines and also violence there. He used to encourage leaders to say they must sit and resolve issues in the mines in particular, because most of his subjects work in the mines.
kuyiqiniso abantwana besilo bagcwele zonke indawo. Uzokhumbula empoka Goge ukuthi mina umongameli weAMCO ngabahlanganisa abasebenzi. Ngisho ukuthi is a trade union after 1994 ebekwazi ukubiza abasebenzi bahlanganise istadium enkulu ipreache ubumbano labantu abampisholo. Ngangikhuluma kabanzi ngobuhlanga ukuthi ubuhlanga abudingeki, asibona amaXhosa, asibona amaZulu, asibona imihlobo yonke abesuthu, kodwa siyisizwe esimpisholo esiqhilaziwe ngoba umlungu akalazi ibala kodwa wazi ukugqilaza umuntu.
Sibonga kakhulu. That is Mr. Joseph Matunjwa, who is the president of AMCO. JK will show you also here. There are people coming bearing gifts here. I'm talking about livestock because the nation in mourning has to be fed. There is a queue of cars here waiting to come and deliver those cows. And people come here bearing gifts, but also to mourn. Let me see if I can walk to that gentleman that I see. This is the delegation of the South African Communist Party and COSATU as well. Let me see if I can try and hijack some of them here. I see the Provincial Secretary of COSATU, Obabu Edwin Mkhize, also the Provincial Secretary of representing workers. King was passionate now.
Yeah, as you have said, Goge will remember the King for being very passionate about worker issues. He played a very meaningful role in the struggle of the workers, building up to the 1973 Durban strike, which led to the formation of COSATU. He's been always very passionate about the farm workers, and that workers must be also allowed to own the part of the land. COSATU was very close to him as an organization, and he loved workers.
Ideologically, I know Amakomanists, they don't believe in the institution of traditional leadership, but the SACP worked very well with the King. I'm going to ask you to angle your body this side. Remember His Majesty. Yeah, if you can come with me here for audio purposes, Mvelas, please walk this side, my brother, because it seems as if because of network issues, challenges here, I'm sure now you will be able to hear me for audio purposes. Network, we are struggling with network, but it's fine, Mvelas, if you can stand this side, my brother. Yeah, it's okay, okay. Oh, they will come to deliver, okay. As a party, how would you remember His Majesty?
Now, as the party, we will remember His Majesty as part. What we need to know, the kingdoms in Africa played a very big role in fighting colonization and dispossession. And that's how we remember a kingdom. You can talk about King Cetshwayo, the King eNCA, King Sekhukhune. So they played a very significant role. So that's why we are here, is to recognize the role they have played. And above that, the King have been a unifier in KwaZulu-Natal, because we know that we have been having a lot of instability in the form of a very serious violence. And the King did everything to stand above party politics in order to unify the people of KwaZulu-Natal. Therefore, we do attribute the stability that we have in KwaZulu-Natal and the peace to the effort of the King of the Zulus.
Thank you very much for your time. That is Themba Mthembu, who is the secretary of the SACP in KwaZulu-Natal. I see other political leaders here as well. Let me walk to the mayor of KwaNongoma, Mpangazitha. This is the mayor of Nongoma, Albert Mngwango. Let's talk about the logistics. The King was your first citizen here in KwaNongoma. Is everything ready for Thursday as the local municipality, together with other government institutions provincially as well as nationally? How are you working to ensure that there are preparations? If you can come closer, please, because we have got some network issues here, Mpangazitha, so we are trying to accommodate this audio thing here. Are the preparations well underway? How are they going?
Well, thank you for this opportunity. Well, preparations are on course. Everything else actually has been sorted out. As the municipality, we have made all the necessary logistical arrangements. There will be water for everyone who will be coming here. We actually also have increased our sanitization station. We have beefed it up with more staff and more sanitizers. So we are ready. And in town, we are going to make sure that when the body of the king actually is driven through, is transported through town, the road will be clear, and the traffic control unit will actually be deployed in full force tomorrow. The SAPS will also be there. There has been a meeting, a security meeting that has taken place this morning to actually tie up all the loose ends in terms of logistical arrangements for tomorrow. So we are ready. Besides that, we have actually arranged that there will be a public screening area where the public will also be able to follow the proceedings.
Let's release you. I see Umntwana Vanana is looking for you to take you inside. Yeah, well, that's the mayor of Nongoma. He is needed inside there to go and finalize some of the logistics. But those are the people who are here to continue to pay their respects here. As you can see on my left, Joe Komane will show you the delegation. It's a very huge delegation making its way inside Wakhetho Mthandayo Royal Palace. There are other delegations that will be coming out, so they take turns in going inside. We will have a number of people who will be allowed to go inside. They will be sanitized. Once they are inside, another delegation will come and also enter. So that's what has been happening here, and it will continue to be like that for at least up until Thursday, up until the departed monarch is planted, as we take it back to you in studio.
All right, Siphamandla Goge, thank you very much there, and very insightful. And if you're wondering, yes, that's what happens when a great king does pass on. Massive preparations there underway.